Hey bro, let's get a glimpse at how kings think. Kings are efficient. They are always looking to streamline their processes so they can accomplish more. But they never misconstrue working more efficiently to mean not also working hard. And kings don't allow this concept of working smarter, not harder, to trick them into thinking that things should be easy. And they definitely don't allow it to trick them into being lazy. They understand that both efficiency and hard work pave the path to success. And thus, kings can take full advantage of what it means to work smarter. They've earned that right. So now that you've seen a glimpse of a king, ask yourself, are you among them? My name is Logan, and on this channel, I help you understand that you are in fact a king. And as such, it's time to think like a king. And in so doing, you will live like a king. So we all know how the old adage goes. Work smarter, not harder. And I must say that I completely and wholeheartedly agree with this adage for its original intention. But the problem is, like so many things, we have tainted its meaning. The point of working smarter is to be able to produce the same or even more output while working less. This is an amazing goal and one that you should be pursuing every day. But the issue lies in the fact that many people who are employing this adage are seeing their production drop drastically. And why? It's because they're actually using this concept as an excuse to be lazy. So with this being rampant in our society, we must now fasten ourselves to the idea of earning the right to work smarter. Because then we will actually use the efficiency that comes with working smarter to accomplish more, instead of just using the phrase as a guise to produce much less. I must say that my passion for this topic of earning the right to work smarter is rooted heavily in my own past. I was a huge culprit of living under the facade of working smarter when I was really just lazy. And a great example of this is when I was in university. Now, if you knew me then, you know that come exam time, my back was always up against the wall. I would constantly be pulling all-nighters during exam weeks because I hadn't done the work all along. So for example, I'd skipped nearly every lecture, convincing myself that I would learn the material in some other better way. And especially if the class recorded their lectures, I'd be all over that. I'd go on and on about how I'd just watched the lectures on 2x speed once they came out. And how long do you think I kept that up? Maybe for like a day or two if I was lucky. And then I'd be right back in the same boat, the same sinking ship that I always was, needing to pull out all the stops to do well on an impending exam. I remember one time I literally watched 22 hour-long lectures on double speed the day before an exam on top of using other exam prep material. I still don't know how I got through that one. Well, I know it was with God's help. He kind of just pulled me through, even though I didn't deserve it at all. But the point is that I was undisciplined. I was really lazy. So would it have been working smarter to not attend these lectures and just watch the recordings in half the time on my own? Of course it would have. But I hadn't earned the freedom to do so. I hadn't proven to myself that my production wouldn't drop. I actually only continuously proved the opposite of that. I found a smarter path, sure, but I had less results on that path because I didn't actually use it advantageously. So in that scenario, the better option, instead of falling into the trap that I did, would be to just run the play how the professor set it up. So if they deliver lectures, go to the lectures. If there are labs, attend the labs. Work hard, run it just how they set it up. And then once you've proven to yourself that you can do it that way, start iterating on the process and making it more efficient. But this time, you'll actually stick to the process and see even better results. But before you even get to that point, you need to understand that you have to value consistency over efficiency. Efficiency is only good if we can continuously show up to do the task. So in the beginning stages, just forget about efficiency. Show up and tackle it how it's set up, day in and day out, and in this way you will train yourself to be disciplined. But if you just jump right to the efficient solution, you might lull yourself to sleep. You start to think, oh, I have a much better way to do this, so I don't need to work as hard anymore. Because let's say instead of something taking all day, it now takes half the day. And then what happens? Well, your mind starts saying, oh, well, it only takes half the day, so I can push that off to the latter half of the day then. Next thing you know, you're pushing it off till tomorrow, and then the weekend, and then it's not getting done at all. And it's because you didn't fortify your will in this area first. Jump to the smarter solution when you hadn't earned that. And while it may be true that it's a much better way of doing things, it's certainly not better if if the task is not getting done at all. So I truly urge you to employ output audits. And this is especially as you create more efficient solutions, which, like I said in the beginning, we should always be looking to do, but you still need to make sure that your output is trending upwards or at least not dropping. The point of being more efficient is so that you can produce more in less time. And this gives you the freedom to add more to your life, more output on the work front, more time to cultivate relationships, more time to dive and invest into hobbies. So perform these output audits regularly and make sure that your more efficient solutions are actually tangibly moving you closer to your goals. And here's the beauty of all this, and this is actually the coolest part. Once you have shown and proven that you're not using the smarter path to be lazy, and you've also proven that you know how to be consistent, the path of efficiency will feel so easy. You've already done it the hard way, grinded through the muck, and still rose victorious. How much more victory is there to be had for someone like that who is now doing things in a much smarter way? The world is yours at that point. You've done it on the hard path. You can certainly do it on the efficient path. And actually, if you want a deeper look into why you should be seeking the hard path, I actually already made a video about that, so you should definitely check that out. But I love this concept of just how easy things will seem on the other side of working hard. So once you've already ingrained that consistency and that discipline inside yourself, you're in for a real treat when you build an efficient solution around your process. And the other beautiful part is maybe you move on to a new but similar endeavor. You've already built this discipline and consistency on a previous but similar task. So just jump right to the efficient solution this time and you'll crush it. But look, Kings, this is the point. Yes, always look to iterate on your processes and adapt them to make them better. Of course you should be doing that. But just understand that there's an order to things. Don't seek that out right away thinking it's going to make life so much easier. Do the hard stuff first, and then start relishing in the fruits of the discipline you have cultivated once you start locking in your efficiency. So it's really simple. Don't be lazy, do be consistent, earn your right to the smart path, and enjoy the ride. Now, bro, if you got anything from the video, drop it a like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you in the family. But now it's time for me to serve as your reminder. Always put the work in. And from there, leave it in the hands of the one true king. Stay kingly.